All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and after weeks of waiting, the next update is almost here. So as you can see, we have sneak peek number 1 for the June update, which will be landing next week Wednesday, and the very first sneak peek is actually giving us a look at a brand new uniform for a character that I don't think needed another uniform, or at least not just yet. And that is Iron Man. And in addition to that, some people are currently speculating that Iron Man might actually be getting tier 4. Simply because on the crate here we have 4, and I guess the beams represent a T. Now, here's the thing. If that's the case, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. Because not only does Iron Man not need a uniform as badly as some of the other characters in the game, there's still currently over 120 characters, I believe, that still cannot be tier 3'd or transcended. So I personally believe it is far too soon for us to be getting any kind of tier 4 in Marvel Future Fight. You guys can let me know what you think. People are speculating that the reason why there's 4 on the crate here and the steel beams represent the T, that there could be a tier 4. Listen, every time they've done a tier upgrade from tier 2 to tier 3, it's always been Captain America as one of the very first characters, if not the first character. They could be doing something different this time around where Iron Man gets tier 4 as the very first character. Who the heck knows? However, I personally think this is far too soon, so I'm gonna hold my judgment and wait and see what happens here. And to be honest with you, if they were gonna do a tier 4 upgrade, I think there needs to be way harder content before we get tier 4. Let's be real. Tier 3 characters are good enough to do pretty much everything in the game, even if you don't have a reforged CTP or crafted cards. So tier 4 coming this soon, in my opinion, would be a really bad thing for the game. So over on the forums, this is the message that CM Fragment left for us. It's not really much. It just reads, "Greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Agents, meet this superhero who has returned with a more classic armor." And down here at the bottom it reads, "Check out the new look of this gilded superhero who strives to make the world a safer and better place." So this is basically telling us that Iron Man is returning to his roots as a superhero, and we are going to be saying farewell to Superior Iron Man, which is currently a villain. That might make some of you guys happy, but if you look at the forums here, you can see more people are upset than happy about it. Now, at the risk of sounding like a hater, I'm going to speak my mind and let you guys know how I truly feel regarding sneak peek number 1 and this new uniform for Iron Man. It looks really cool, and it's nice to see him returning to his roots with this classic armor. I'm not too sure if this is going to be like a classic armor update for all of the Avengers or whatever, but in regards to Iron Man specifically, this will be his 9th uniform. Okay, so I'm gonna pop in game here and let's talk about Iron Man. This guy has gotten 8 uniforms previously. One of them was free from when they created the new and improved story missions, right? The other 8 people had to pay for. Some of them cost $7.50, the others cost $10.50. A lot of you guys who are really happy about Iron Man getting his 9th uniform are the same people who will be complaining that deluxe packages are too expensive because they cost 6,600 crystals up front, but you don't have a problem buying a uniform for the same character over and over and over again. Make it make sense. He has 9 uniforms, or at least he will have 9 uniforms. One of them was free, the other 8 you had to pay crystals for. Do the math. Over time, you're spending 8,000 plus crystals on one character. And unlike with a deluxe package, where when you buy it, you can get the rewards from the missions infinitely. Once you're done playing with Iron Man and he gets a new uniform, your purchase is kind of just like dead in the wind. So I personally don't think Iron Man needed or deserved a uniform right now. There's 90 other characters in the game, guys, that's never gotten a single uniform. There's characters like Kraven the Hunter. There's characters like Sandman. There's characters that's been in the game since the very beginning, and never once have they ever gotten a uniform. Why are we supporting the same characters getting uniforms over and over and over and over again? And I say supporting because the only reason why this is happening is because we keep buying these uniforms and they know it's easy money. Let's be real. Some of you guys don't spend very much on the game, but the one thing you're willing to spend on is uniforms. And Netmarble knows that. So this is how they get you. Now I'm a content creator. I always buy these uniforms because I want to see how good they are so I can tell you whether or not it's a waste of money or not. But let me tell you this, when it comes to Iron Man, in the history of me playing this game, the 7 years I've been here, never once has Iron Man been the top contender for any piece of content, PvP or PvE. He's never been top meta, okay? The strongest he's ever been is right now in this uniform. And he's slowly going downhill, as all characters do over time. So unless they do something truly extraordinary for him this time around, I see the same pattern continuing, where he gets a small bump in power, he's relevant for like 4 weeks, you put him on the shelf, and that's it. Again, at the risk of sounding like an Iron Man hater, I just want to let you guys know that you probably want to hold off. See some reviews on Iron Man and see if he has some long-term staying power before you buy this thing when it gets released next week. I don't want to judge him too early, but at the end of the day, I think there are other characters in the game that should be prioritized when it comes to getting a uniform over Iron Man. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Well, there's more that I want to say, okay? Like, this time around Netmarble, please give Iron Man something that makes him relevant past just doing damage. Like, give him a leadership that applies to the Avengers for all I care. Give him a support passive that applies to the Avengers for all I care. We have the Dark Avengers tag in the game where Green Goblin in his previous uniform will buff members of the Dark Avengers, but we don't have a tag for the regular Avengers. Make it make sense. Iron Man needs a lot this time around for his uniform to be worth purchasing. If he's just gonna be another strong blast character, let's be real, the blast category is very competitive as is. We just got the strongest version of Doctor Strange we've ever seen, and here comes Iron Man with a brand new armor to possibly make your investment in Doctor Strange pointless. Or Doctor Strange could just be so busted that Iron Man getting a new uniform is just a waste of crystals. Like, we will have to wait and see. It just doesn't make sense to me why we are just stuck in this infinite loop of the main branch of the Avengers just keep getting uniforms over and over and over and over again. I would love to see them actually give uniform. I get it, right? They have a big fan base and people love Iron Man and people are gonna buy these uniforms. But god damn, bro, they have other characters in the game. Why did you guys add all of these characters in the first place if you were never gonna go back and do anything for them? Like, come on, Netmarble. Is that so much to ask for? Guys, leave me your thoughts. I know that I sound a little bit bitter and a little bit negative, but I'm just being real with you guys. And I would be real with you guys. I was real with you guys when Deadpool got this new uniform right out the gate. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters in all of Marvel Comics. It's Deadpool and Scarlet Witch for me. But when they gave Deadpool this uniform, before I even saw how good it made the character, I was here saying the exact same thing about him. He didn't need or deserve a new uniform. There are other characters in the game that should take priority. I said the same thing about multiple other characters that I really like. So y'all can't call me a hypocrite because y'all can't say, oh, when it's your favorite character, it's okay. No, even when it's my favorite character, it's not okay. We want to see other characters get used in the game as well. Otherwise, what's the point of building them? Listen, I'm not here to just build characters to put on the shelf. I want to play the game with them. Either way, I'm gonna wrap it up here. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comments. Are you guys excited for a new uniform for Iron Man? I know if he's strong, I'll have fun with him. If he's not, I'll just build him, get the uniform, max it out, do a review, put him on the shelf, call it a day. But we'll see what Marvel decides to do this time. Either way, it's easy money. No matter what I tell you guys, Iron Man fans are very loyal, so they're gonna buy his uniform, and that's easy money for Marvel. I'm not telling you guys what to do with your money, by the way. I'm just saying, like, at some point, they gotta stop these 10 uniforms for, like, these Avengers, man. Like, come on, bro. They did the same thing with Captain America. Thank God they didn't drop another Captain America uniform already. I know he just got one, but man, at this point, I wouldn't put anything past them, bro. But it is what it is. We'll see what they actually do and if this tier 4 thing is real. But guys, take a look at this, right? We still have plenty of characters that need to be transcended and tier 3'd. There's 249 characters in the game. 65 of them can be tier 3'd and 62 of them can be transcended. I have every character transcended and I have every character tier 3'd. That's still 122 characters that cannot be tier 3'd or transcended. So any of you guys who are actually excited or expecting this tier 4 thing, y'all are crazy, because I know majority of y'all don't even have all the tier 3s or the transcended characters in the game yet. So if you're excited for tier 4, you're a madman, because even I am not. Because if you take a look at my roster, I don't have every character at level 70 gear 25. So tier 4, I'm way off being ready for that. And that's the bottom line. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.